Hello, friends. Welcome back. Today, I am going to do a video with two colors, my greens and my blues. Hello. Yes. My last video, it was my winter blues, my very deep, dark, strong cobalt blues. So, transitioning from that, I went into doing a bit of a St. Patrick's Day tablescape. And after doing that, I loved the way the greens look. I have not done a green in a very long time. Usually I incorporate my green pieces in my other schemes, such as my spring, summer look, etc. But for some reason, I was feeling St. Patrick's that weekend. So I did a St. Patrick's Day tablescape, which you can see on my site there. I have it up. And transitioning from that, I removed all the St. Patrick's pieces, and I was loving the way the table still looked. And having the living room with my cobalt pieces, I thought, these two colors are actually working together. Why not keep them and do an overall look featuring the deep greens, almost a forest type, shady type green. I figured it went well with the cobalt. So instead of getting rid of it completely, I decided to do an overall look showing how both halves of the room look. Then bring it in together and pull it in and make it one video. So today I am going to show off how that turned out. And that way now I can strip everything. Oh no, I'm not stripping yet. I'm going to do, following this green, I am going to do a blue and white tablescape with my transfer away. I've been promising that video for a while and I haven't done it yet. So I will do that. And then I can strip and start prepping for spring video and Easter video. I have so many things planned. I have so many videos planned. The time is just like not there, okay? Because this is like my hobby thing, my fun thing. So between working and then trying to throw these things together, oh my goodness, sometimes it gets away from me. But I have a list of videos and I lie down and I'm dreaming up my looks at night. I get up in the morning and I have my little book and I write down, oh, I'm going to do this video. I'm looking at my list and I'm like, girl, when are you going to do all of those videos? But I have my items, the items are there. It's just finding the time. And when I put so much into these looks, I'm not into stripping them down the very next day and starting another look, right? I like to keep them, live with them for a while. Like on Sunday, we had dinner here and enjoyed, escape. So I'm usually not in a rush. So it takes me a while to get another video out. I mean, look, it's been almost 2 weeks. I haven't done anything. I'm not gone away, but I am working with the time that I have. And I enjoy my looks before I get rid of them. And I just play before I am stripping and constantly. I just cannot keep up. These stores, I'm pretty sure Christmas is coming soon. I'm sure Christmas items are coming soon, but that's not for me. For me, it's slow living. So if I have a nice video or a nice tablescape, or I've done my living room in a pretty color and I feel like sharing it with you guys, then I would record it. Actually, you know what? I always record them and throw them up on my screen because I want the memory preserved. A lot of the reason for doing some of these videos, folks, is that I want the memories and the looks preserved so I can look back and then later see them. And yeah, if they're on YouTube and somebody enjoys them, even better. But for me personally, it's a slow, easy living. I'm not running around trying to get the next video done in like 2 days because it's not happening. And the minute I try to do that, it'll be no more fun for me. So thank you, people who come around and check out my videos when I throw them up here and there. They're not all decorating. When I go outside and I have a fun day out, I take a few pictures or a mini little video of something that I love and I put it together, make something fun when I come home, and throw it up. That's why my YouTube channel is not one-dimensional. It's not just decorating. That's why I cannot come up with a name for it, hence it's in my name, because it's about me. It's a whole life. If we're inside and we do a little baking, I am throwing up that little bit of baking. If it's raining and I go for a walk and I get soaked and I have my phone with me, I may record a little something, the river flowing, just something fun. It is not specific or directly dedicated to any one thing. Okay, so enjoy when you come by my site. Just check out to see what I've done. What I've done, a little baking, a little cooking, a little decorating, or checking to see what crazy things I'm talking about. Because I want this YouTube channel to be fun and collaborative. When you guys leave me comments, I read them to see what you're suggesting or what you like about it, and then it directs me and helps me for my next look. So I'm gonna go around the room with my stick, my selfie stick, and selfie that's my dining room look behind there. And then I turn, and you would see my crazy thing that I did is that I put one half of the room in the green, like I said. So there is the green drapes. And when I turn around, let me come so I don't ruin it with the lighting. Here is the other half of the drapes. This half is in the blue. You see, hence my hair. I told you. I love to dress with my room. And then I go up here to the mantle, and my cobalt pieces are there. You'll see me in the mirror as well. But anyway, my cobalt pieces are there. And to bring in the green on this side, I got these, thrifted these, right? They weren't clearance, otherwise I wouldn't have gotten them because they really, honestly, they can't be used. See? But it'll help with mixing my cobalt and my greens. So I picked them up and I put those on the mantle because I have no idea what to do with them. And yeah, so my cobalt look is still there, and all I did was incorporated a few pieces of green items here and there to pull the two colors together, because actually they look very nice. My plates are still in the cabinet because I haven't done my table scapers yet. They're all there still waiting for me. So when I get the opportunity and the time, I promise to do a transferware tablescape and film the room once more before I strip it down and start getting ready for my spring. So I'm gonna do spring because I want to do spring and have like my bunnies, and maybe if I can find some cabbageware and things like that, and bring that in as spring. And then for Easter, maybe I'll use my eggs, my chicks, and my pastel colors, things like that, and do an Easter scape. But for now, I still have my cobalt and my dark, deep green colors. And in the window, like I said, half is in the my craziness. I gotta be careful how I move here, otherwise the lighting is gonna just throw me off. Yeah, so I still have this window. Well, it's one window, but this half is representing the living room, so I still have that in the cobalt blue. And then when I come over to this side now, that represents the dining area, I did that side in the green, but keeping with my idea of splitting the room into halves. And here we go. I changed up. This is a piece of my kids' artwork from when they were in kindergarten. You see, finger painting? Yes, it works with my steam, so I used it. A thrifted green vase, thrifted bowl, keep the blue with the green, my little heart-shaped music box still up there. Kept the music books because they're in green. And yeah, so the dining table, it's all there. It's got my green items, a few pieces that I have, not many. I have the Corel plates up still, right? And this one is the chamomile. I think they're all chamomile in the center flower, but it lists all the herbs that it is representing. So for that, it says basil, fennel, coriander, parsley, mint, dill, bay, chives, lavender, savory, rosemary, thyme, and marjoram. Anyway, it is a spice, I guess, or herb, herbs maybe, a herb design plate. So that is on the dining room, and that is how I pulled both looks together. You can see I brought in one of my plants from in the sunroom because it is in a green pot. So I figured that I'll pull the two areas over there together. And of course, like I said, both these looks have already been featured before. They each have their very own video. But yeah, because like I said, I looked around, I thought I never would have put these two colors together like as a scheme, like coming up with it on my own. But because I had them separately and then I saw that they worked, I kept it. And then while I was out thrifting, look what I found. See, so I was not completely off the mark. I was not totally crazy because, yeah, see that? The blue and the green together, side by side, family. See? So I was onto something there. So I thrifted a few of these and I put them on my dining area sideboard and just keep those as they go in with my scheme. And there on the sideboard, I always had that done up for the greenscape that I did for St. Patrick's Day. So I kept that and just threw the glasses that I thrifted on there. And that is how everything came to be for this video. So I am going to go around and do just a quick little show off of everything and show you how the room came together, how the collaboration was done. So yeah, you can see in my bookshelf, right, all of that, just the cobalt, the mantle, my newly thrifted plates, and all of everything else was there before. So now I am going to just do a quicker once around the room and finish off with this color scheme so I could dismantle it and do my brand new spring and Easter videos. So thank you guys, and here is to me showing you what is in my blue and green look. I want to call it opposites attract, but honestly they're not that opposites because they are very much the same depth and intensity of color, so it works. If it was one that was like a spring lighter green or a sky lighter blue, I don't think it would have worked, but because they are of the same depth and intensity, it worked well. So now I am going to show you my view of everything and how it all looks when you take the room in as a whole. Okay? So as I said before, we have the items in the bookshelf, all the cobalt and very strong dark deep winter blues. I have the mantle that I added my newly thrifted grape clusters and leaf plates on. I thrifted 4 of those, so I have 2 on this side, my cobalt bottles in the middle and 2 on the other side. And I put my cluster of transferware that was originally down the center of the table. I put it in the center of the faux fireplace to give that look, pull that together like that. So that's what that area looks like. Like I said, I have not changed out the cabinet, so all the transferware is still in there waiting for me to do my tablescape in that scheme. I did not switch out the artwork because I'm still using my deep winter blues scheme. So just in keeping with adding a little bit of the greens with it, the plant is in the center of the window, and I'm going to back up and show you what the window area looks like. It's not going to be too great because lighting is poor today. It's a dark cloudy day. So you see one big window, but one half is for the living room area and the other half is for the dining room area. So it's split down the center, 2 different drapes. Yeah, I'm crazy like that, people. Yeah, the couch on this side I have, because I was doing again the St. Patrick's theme and all of that with the greens, I draped that blanket on there. It was to help me to pull the scheme together at that time. I didn't bother to change that out. I just left it. Everything over there, most of it has been left over from my St. Patrick's video. And on the other side of the window, that chair is dressed in the blues still. Didn't switch that out. So when I back up, that is what the area looks like over there, mixing and blending the two colors, the blue and the green together. And I swing over, wait for my video to lighten up a bit, and there we go. Few green items up on the piano. Get that down there. And then you swing around to the table. Here's where I'm going to give you a little bit of preview of everything that's here. So I removed anything that was St. Patrick's themed, and I put just my regular green items, what I had, and just pull that together for the dining room area. And that is what that looks like. So sorry, today is a very cloudy day. It's so hard for me to start to decorate for spring because when it's so dark and gray outside, how are you? And then we're expecting, what did it say it's gonna be? Not a snowstorm, an ice storm this weekend. So that's what I'm telling you. So it's hard to get any excitement to want to start to decorate for Easter when it's not even feeling like Easter. Here I am trying to do a video. It's the end of March and it's dark as ever in my house. So, you know, what is Eastery and spring like about that? Nothing. Anyway, yeah, just like I said, I just wanted to show you how I blended both looks, how I separate them, and how I distinguish the two rooms from each other. Because remember, I always say it's one open space, they're across from each other, and most times I do whatever I do in the sitting area, I usually end up doing it over in the dining area. But for this purposes and the season, I switched out and split them down the center and did a green and a blue color scheme. So green over in the dining area and blue over in the living room sitting area. So that's what everything looks like. And on my sideboard, I mixed the two colors as well. And for over here, green vases and glasses, and this wasn't hard to do because these thrifted glasses just pull the whole scheme together. Come close and show you my teacups even cooperating because they have the blue and the dark green as well in the design. You can see that, right? See the glasses there. See, so everybody was cooperating. So when I looked at that, I'm like, I am not totally off the mark. This color scheme can actually work well together, blended. So there we have it. Sorry, it's a little dark, but it's the day on which I am filming. I promised my spring videos would be lighter and brighter. That's my promise. Everything would be pretty for those videos. On this sideboard, I didn't do too much. I brought in a plant in a green pot from my sunroom. Threw that there. I had green napkins and my blues. I just mix and match and just threw them down there and just leave that to be free and fancy free and carefree, and just didn't even bother with that area too much. And then when I swing around to the kitchen, another area that I didn't do a lot of focus with, just cleaned up everything, swapped out my placemats to pull the blue over on this side because I am not worrying with a big redo for the kitchen right now. All of that will come together when I do my spring video. I just threw this teapot and creamer and sugar bowl in the blue and white cobalty look that I have. A few flowers that's left over from my birthday bunch. Threw those on there on the counter, lighten things up there, and just left the kitchen how it is. A couple bowls I just threw there on the shelf because they're blue and white. Brought out my Pisces shopping bag, and yeah, didn't do too much over here. Like I said, I wasn't planning on keeping this look for very long. Hoping that winter is over soon. We can go into spring and Easter and start to do some very vibrant and pretty decorating.